Happy Resurrection Sunday to y'all. Stephen with you again, Bama GA Outdoors. Getting ready to fire up this old big grill right here, y'all, and get my stuff put on there. We're going to do something, kind of kosher today. We're doing beef back ribs, lamb, and I'm going to do some chicken wings for the kiddos because I don't know how they going to be with the lamb and the beef ribs. So, but y'all stick in that ride with me, and we're going to get this old thing fired up. All right, y'all see I got my chimney going right here. And usually I don't have the flame shooting out the top of it. That baby got a flame shooting up out of there today, but that's all good. My setup down here is just real simple. I got some charcoal going from one side to the other and a couple sticks of hickory on there. And I'm gonna dump those coals on there. I got my beef backs right here. My beef back ribs, and then I have my my lamb up here. I sealed them up in the bags last night. We got the rack roast, 4 of them right there, and then I got the leg of lamb right there. And as soon as that chimney gets all the way hot, I'm gonna go ahead and get them put on the grill, and then I'm gonna get my fire going and close it down and go get these chicken wings completely thawed and get them ready to put on. So y'all ride with me. We see y'all in a bit. All right, y'all, I think my coals done got hot enough in this chimney. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dump them. Woo. These embers coming up on my arm. And it don't take a lot in a chimney to get coals started. And I'm gonna let them go ahead and get it all started up. I already got my meat on the rack. I'm gonna let that come on. Go ahead and slide this rack back down. And we got the leg of lamb, the 4 rack roast, and we got the 2 racks of back ribs, beef back ribs up there. And got my fire down here. It's getting ready to get on up there. It's gonna get that wood caught up pretty quick probably, which is all good with me. Cause this is gonna be, dinner's at 5:30. It's about 11:30 right now. So I still got some time, but I'm not trying to piddle around with it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get it all done. And so everybody won't be doing like they always doing, asking when it's gonna be done. For all y'all that grill and smoke, y'all probably hear that song all the time too. When is it gonna be done? When is it gonna be done? And I tell them not to rush me. So my wife, she was gracious enough when she told everybody about Resurrection Sunday dinner. She gave me a long time frame to get everything cooked, and I appreciate that. Hi, lovely. How you? Good. You doing good? You want to say hi to the peoples?
Hello.
Yeah. There she is, y'all. Miss Perry. So right now, I'm finna go ahead and I'm going to get these chicken wings all prepped. I had dunked them in some hot water. Them gonna be for the kiddos, because some of them may not like lamb. Some of them may not like beef back ribs. So I'm gonna I got a couple of little bags of wings, and I'm gonna throw them on there. Yeah, beef ribs up there. Yeah, you like pork ribs. You might like beef ribs. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I'll be back to y'all in a little bit. Yes, sir. Everything going great. That fire down there with that hickory and those charcoals. This is how I keep my wood hot. inside here, y'all. I just shove it right over whichever end I'm got the fire on. That's the end I put the wood over the top, because once I close the lid, the flames die down some. But I'm trying to push this temperature up a little bit. Right now it's only about 195, and I want to get it up to at least 250 and get this stuff moving. But I can't wait to taste it. I love that, the way that look right there on that lamb and on them ribs. But it's starting to cook now. So I'm gonna go on and close it back down. We'll holler at y'all in a little bit. Boy, she blowing out both holes and leaking everywhere else. She doing her thing. Rolling. BG, getting it done. All right, y'all, I gotta take a look at these things before I run out real quick. I gotta run up here to the store and get some lemons. So let's take a look at it. All right. Coming along pretty good. That's looking good. No leg of lamb looking real good. Just look at these racks. They're looking real good. Yeah. Let's look at these backs. Yeah. Yeah, they looking real good. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we starting to get some render. They curling a little bit, boy. It's hot up there. Everything looking real good. Yes, indeedy, Bubba Giddy. We're gonna let them keep riding. Yeah, buddy. All right. Looking good thus far. Thank you, my lovely. You want to go to the store with me? Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to run to the store real quick, and we'll be back in a little bit and check on these again. Later. All right, y'all. Back from the store. Time to put these wings on for the kids to have. Let's get this thing open up and see what we're looking like. Ooh, la. There's some of that smoke clear out there. All right, I'm gonna put these wings up on the top rack. I'm probably gonna put them down here, close to the end. And man, everything looking good. Let's go with them wings right in there. We just don't know how the kids gonna be. Well, I don't know how the other family members' kids gonna be. I know my daughter, she loves lamb. So I just don't know how the other ones will react to it. So to be on the safe side, just got some wings for them, and it's just a salt, pepper, onion, garlic rub on it. They've been sitting in it for a while. And ooh, smoke about choking me up. Whew. I went to the grocery store smelling like I've been standing over a grill all day long. Grocery store so packed with folk, and they're trying to get stuff this late in the afternoon for their dinner and stuff. It's like, dang, what time y'all serving dinner? It's already almost 2, close to 2 o'clock. So I ain't got but about 3 hours or so left, because I wanted to rest. I want everything to rest for like a half hour at least. At the least. But got the wings on there. And everything's still looking real good. Everything's still looking real good. Boy, them racks, them bones is glistening on them things. I'm gonna probably take this lamb up to about 140 internal and let it rest. And them back ribs, I'm gonna let them go for a while. They already getting some pull back on the bones because they up high where that temp is higher at. But that lamb looking pretty good. I'm gonna get an internal on them real quick. All right, let's see what this roast is at. That's real raw. I can feel how that feel going in there. That's only at 102. That's got a long ways to go. And I know this little rack roast, they can't be too much better. Ain't no way. Ain't no way 168. And that big roast ain't. No. Ain't no way. I'm getting overdone temps on that. I didn't want that high. I wanted to pull it at 140. But what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna let me get a look-see under the bottom of these. First, let me clean my tongs off because I just touched that chicken. Hold on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go make my base real quick for my lamb, so I can baste it down. I usually mix some butter, some honey, a little bit of apple juice, water, and some rosemary, mint, and thyme. And I just let that base kind of simmer a little bit, and then I just baste my lamb with that. I got apple cider vinegar that I'm using on my beef ribs up there. So let me go make my base up and I'll be back. All right, y'all, I got my base made up right here. And like I said, I was out of apple juice though. So what I did was I made me a tea with all my herbs except for my rosemary. I just took me 3 twigs off my rosemary over here in my herb garden, and I braided them together. And I'm just gonna drop them in there, and that's what I'm gonna use for my brush. And this rosemary is so strong and so tasty. It'll season that base up in its part just from sitting in it. But right now we're gonna look at everything and see what's going on. Handles got a little heat in them. Ooh, let me slide this back just a tank more. I don't want it to spill. Oh boy. Everything is glistening. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the basting on this. That fat is rendering out of those backs, out of those little loin back rib roast so nicely. Everything smells so good right now. But I'm gonna just get the basting a little bit with my, this is basically like a tea. I don't have apple juice in it today, so it's water and basically all my ingredients that I use in my lamb rub minus salt and pepper. And it's a little bit more mint forward than the rest of the seasonings. But they're still all in there. And the rosemary, of course, I'm using it as my brush. This rosemary is so nice. When I finish doing this, my hand will smell just like rosemary. It'd be so nice. Them little wings up there, they starting to come on. And that's good. Everything is looking lovely. I love it. Yes, indeed. I was drinking some of this base before I left the house with it. I let my little girl taste it. I fooled her. I said, you want to try this tea Daddy made? She was like, yes. I let her taste it. She said, ooh, that's good. I said, this to go on the lamb. She was like, lambs don't drink tea. I was like, this lamb gonna drink it all right. But it's so good. That mint, that honey, and you got that thyme and that basil, that oregano. What else is up in there? It's like just a bunch of savory Italian herbs that are up in there, I'm gonna move these back ribs because I need to spritz them. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade them and the chicken wings little places for a second so I can slide those ribs down and not have the spritz for them going on top of my lamb. Now I'm gonna get these wings knocked out so I can do what I'm gonna do with them so they'll stay nice and ready for the babies. They just simple. They just got a simple salt, pepper, onion, garlic on them. They look good. Made me want some wings. But I'm waiting on that lamb. Man, it smells so good on this grill right now. Alright. You see, this one got good bone pulled back and everything. I'm just gonna slide these down that way a little bit more. This one getting good bone pulled back. I'm gonna let them two ride. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna move my racks a little bit. Move my roast just over like that a little bit. So I don't want to get that apple cider vinegar water spritz on my lamb. That's why I got the base for it. So, and I don't want my chicken fat, whatever amount is in these wings, I don't want that dripping down on my lamb or on my beef. So everything is pretty much separated to where I can do what I need to do and not get any kind of cross contamination or nothing. My beef backs over there, so we're gonna hit them real quick. Hit them with a little spritz. Oh man, that apple cider vinegar and water. And I think I got honey dissolved in this also. I can't remember if I did. I may have put some mint in there. I don't know. This stuff stays down here at the barn because it don't go bad or nothing. So I just leave it down here with my other cooking ingredients. I got ingredients in the house. I got ingredients in the barn. And I just be leaving stuff down here out of convenience. So I'm gonna get this one more baste on this lamb, and then I'm gonna close this back down, and then I'm gonna let it ride for a while longer. I'm ready to cut one of these little rack roasts. I really am. I want me a lollipop off of that so bad. But there it is, y'all. Let me check my wood. Yep, I need to get a log. So, whoa. And let me do another internal real quick. See where we at on this roast. It's going in better. 118, that's showing. So, about 118. It's got a ways to come. That's saying that's at 160, but I don't think it is. Maybe close to those bones. That one's saying 165, 173. I'm probably gonna pull these and wrap these in some foil and just put them in my little holding oven. 165, because they about where I want them. Those are. So I don't want to overdo those, but this baby got a minute to go. And then on these beef, that's close to the bone. That's saying 190. That one's saying 170. Yeah, 187, 188. So I don't have far to go, but I'm not where I want to be, especially with this lamb roast, this leg roast. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw me a log on. But first, before I do that, let me wrap up those back roasts, and I'm gonna put them in the warmer. All right, y'all. Here we go on the wings. The wings is coming along pretty good, and this baby right here is dripping, dripping, dripping. It's coming along. See, I boosted my fire up. I need to push it on through, and them back ribs, that's what they looking like right now. They coming on too. I'm gonna get me a temp here on everything before I spritz and baste it again. So let me grab this old thawing pan and let's see where we at on this old roast here. 140. I only want to take this thing up to about 155. Yeah, we about 140 on both sides of it. Let's see where we at on this end. It still feel kind of tough though. That's say 155, so I'm gonna kind of spin it around, and then let's see where we at on these old beef backs. Oh yeah, that slipped in. That's so good too. That's at 203. That one's at 177. So I'm gonna swap them two around. Put one in the front and the other one on the back side. Oh man, look at that, baby. These the meatiest back ribs that I have dealt with since I have cooked beef back ribs. Man, that looks something delicious. Golly. All right, so I believe what I'm gonna do is to get this lamb leg roast pushed over. I believe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set it directly, kind of directly over the fire, not completely directly. Then this one was the cooler rack of back ribs. I'm gonna pull it down a little closer to the fire. Pull that one down there. And my wings, they should be, I need to probe them. Let's see where they standing. Cause let me get my napkin here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm holding the phone in my hand while I'm doing this. I want to wipe my probe off on my, hey, like that. And let's probe these wings. Boy, some heat coming up out of that joker. Okay, wings not there yet. I want to cook these wings to about 180. Just to make sure they're good for these kids. I don't need no kid getting sick and no adult either. But got the fire going. I'm gonna move these wings down. I'm gonna sit y'all back up here while I do that. I'm just gonna get these babies slid down there closer to the fire. That's what I'm gonna do with them. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just rake them all down. Let's get them close to the fire, but not directly over it. And since all the heat up top, I might just put them, well, I'm gonna just leave them down here. I don't want to put them up there and then they get overcooked. I want the babies to eat them. Let me move them back a little bit because they got the lamb juice dripping. Slide it a little bit further that way. Now we good. Now I'm gonna spritz and baste everything. Spritz my wings, spritz my back ribs, and then I'm gonna take it. I set my base up on top of the grill to keep it hot. Keep it up on the top. So now I'm gonna baste this lamb. I think lamb is my favorite thing to cook simply because of the way it smells with all these herbs. Every time I cook lamb, the smell just drives me crazy. I think I might want to rotate that thing over. I hadn't turned it over at all. Let's see what the bottom side look like. Yeah, I'm glad I did. Ooh. About right there work. Let's base this side. You talking about some highly aromatic stuff. Man, oh man. And now my rosemary brush starting to come apart on me. That's all good. It'll leave this nice, beautiful taste stuff on there. So I'm gonna close it down. And we got the little wings down there doing their thing. We got the lamb up there doing this thing. Got the beef backs over there finishing out. And we got the 4 rack roasts over there in the warmer. So this is where we at with it. So I'm gonna let this stuff go on and finish, and I'll come back to y'all later. Alright, y'all, about to wrap it up right here. Here we go on the wings. Just finishing them up. They about ready. Them beef backs up there, they hitting right on 200. So I'm about to pull them. And then my leg roast down there, my lamb leg roast, that's right now pushing about 155. So I'm gonna pull them in a second.